See throughout the years. Last year ran by Matt Bloom, but Malik Winston going to be the main target on that this year.
Yeah, just about, you're not losing a whole lot of speed on that setup. And Bersati, the freshman, misses that one wide right, 13-0 your score with 4:43 here in the first quarter. We're going to step aside and hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopwood alongside me is Kate Johnson. 4:43 is left here in the first quarter. 13-0 the score. 15 seconds was the first score. It was a Mount Horeb opening kickoff touchdown to start the year. It was about a 90-yard return for Jackson Rose, who faked the reverse. And then that last play, a result of a bad punt in their own territory from Milton. Mount Horeb got the ball on the 15, a couple pass plays, short pass plays, got the ball down to the 5, and that's where Clint Murray threw it into Malik Winston, the sophomore, for the touchdown. The extra point was missed, but now Persati's looking to boot this one away on the kickoff. It's off on the right side, taking it to 8. That's Ethan Hansing is here versus his field, gets to the 20, 25, then gets stopped after he gets hit at about the 27. There on the stop was Brady Gassman. He tripped him up. They'll call the ball down on the 30, and that's where the Milton Redhawks will take over for this one. 4:34 here left in the first quarter. Here in Milton, a beautiful night. Still no rain clouds as we look around here. It's looking pretty good for the most part. As there was a worry here, had about a 30% chance as of Wednesday night. As two receivers to the right, two to the left. And Isaac Phillips drops back. He looks left, now looks right. Now has Hansing coming out of the backfield. And he gets tripped up, but not before getting the first down. On the tackle there, looks to have been number 20, Travis Classy. Only a couple passes here for Milton and have yet to test the capabilities of Bama Doyle, so I wonder if that's a planned or just how the plays worked out. As two receivers on the right, two on the left. And the shotgun is Phillips. He'll hand it off. Scott Hall on the stop there. Manser going nowhere, maybe the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's already 3 tackles on the night for Scott Hall, and still got 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, also right standing above the two-man pile was Cam Krantz, who we've already called 2 or 3 times as well. That inside linebacking core is just menacing. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Manser on the right side of Phillips in the gun. He takes the snap. Scott Hall coming free. The pass was intended for number 8, Mark Bowditch. And that was Brady Gassman laying the boom.
Scott Hall timed that snap absolutely perfectly, looking Troy Palomalo-esque, just flying across the line unblocked.
As we have about 3rd and 10 here for Milton, facing another 3rd down and long. 2 receivers on the right, 2 to the left. Manser on the left side of Phillips this time, who's getting ready for the snap, calls something out on the line, and now he drops it back to pass. He's got pressure. He tries to step up. A whole slew of Vikings there. That's number 50. Number 2, that's Cam Krantz, Scott Hall. And also on the stop is Kate Serwanka playing that defensive end. It's a loss of 5 and another 3 and out.
Yeah, it's almost looking like last night. Vikings scoring early and defense holding strong.
As they go back to punt now, Jackson Rose back to take this one. Maybe that's not Jackson Rose. It looks to be a 2, not a 1 on that jersey. As the punt is away. This one a heck of a lot better than last time. And the fair catch called and grab. That was Travis Classy back there this time. So we're going to take a step away for a quick break. 2:55 left in the first quarter, 13-0. Your Mount Horeb Barnabelle Vikings. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. A little bubble screen to Trey Lobby. That's a gain of 20 yards to the 49. Up near Milton Red Hawk territory again with 2:45 left here in the first quarter. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Malik Winston in the backfield with Murray. Murray hands it off to Winston. He gets through the line, puts his shoulders down, gets about 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Winston carries a little bit of power for that. They let him list at 5'10", but maybe about 5'8" or 5'8" or 5'9", but also some quickness to him.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. A flag now. They're going to get a false start here. That's what they're going to do. So it'll be 2nd and 9 now. As after they crossed into Milton Red Hawk territory, this ball is going to be, well, just about a half a yard in front of where it was, so closer to 2nd and 10 than 2nd and 9. The receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Murray can't get the hard count, now getting the sign from the sideline. Makes a call. Now Murray ready. Snap up over his head. Winston's going to be back there to fall on it at the 29. That's going to be loss of 20 yards. And that's unfortunate to see. As now we'll have a 3rd and extremely long after threatening to get back into Milton territory.
Yeah, nothing you can really do on that. Just over Clint's head, and Malik Winston did a good job of just falling on it, not trying to scoop it up and run with it, where that can cause another fumble.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. You'd assume a bubble screen play here or a handoff on this 3rd and real long. Winston on the left side of Murray. Murray ready, takes a snap, looks left, now gives it off to Winston just up the field. He'll get down to about the 39 for 10 yards, where it'll be 4th and still about closer to 20 even, rather than the 4th and 30, where if it was incomplete, it would have been. On now is the punt unit, which consists of Murray at the punt spot as the punter. And Murray's getting ready for this one. He'll take it, roll to his right, and get it off. A nice punt. Down across, gets a nice Mount Horeb roll from the 35 down to about the 16-yard line, and that's where, with 40 seconds left, we'll take a quick break. Here's a quick word from our sponsors. We're right back after hearing that quick ad from ourselves. 13-0 the score here in Milton. 40 seconds left here in the first 25% of this one. As the Milton Redhawks come out with 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Manser, the running back, on the left side of Isaac Phillips, the returning senior cornerback. He tries to get the hard count, won't work. Now Milton will look to the sideline for their new play call. They'll look at their armbands and get set for this play. Takes the snap, looks right, looks left. Now it goes back right over the middle for about 20 yards. That's Noah Phillips, possibly relation. Not sure of that. But about 20 yards down to the 43-yard line, their own 43-yard line.
That was Phillips' second catch, and I believe about 30 yards total on the night. So good start for his first quarter.
As Cam Krantz makes a tackle on this one, I believe that was number 56, Eli Williams, who came up the middle. But Manser was able to shed the tackle. Now it'll be 2nd and 1 as they came out in the 2 and 2 as receivers on the right and left. And now they have 2 on the right, a tight end on the right as the clock expires here in the first 25% of this one. Your score, Mount Horeb, Milton, 0. Headed to the second quarter. Here's a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. We have 12 minutes on the clock for the second quarter here. Mount Horeb leading after an opening kickoff touchdown from Jackson Rose. And then a 5-yard touchdown reception from the running back Malik Winston as Milton comes out on the 47 of Mount Horeb. 2nd and 1. They'll hand it off. That's Hansing, I believe. He is wrapped up. Who else other than Cam Krantz? And that'll be a loss of about 3, so now they'll have 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that's a big play there coming up with 2nd and short, making Milton think a little bit more about here their play call, whether than just get another chance to hand it off for a yard or 2.
Yep, a big stop there as now they have a receiver on the left, one on the right, a tight end on the right side, and Hansing and Manser in the backfield on the right and left side of Phillips. He'll get set. He'll hand it off. I'd assume this is going to be a false start. We'll see. Yep, that'll be a false start. That'll knock back Milton to 3rd and about 9. Or an illegal procedure, which is what we're corrected by from the PA announcer. So now it's closer to 3rd and 8.
5 yards regardless, though.
They look the same in the motion of the call as well. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Manser on the right side of Phillips. Phillips in the gun, as he has been all night. They run a similar spread offense to your Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Now he's making a play-calling adjustment as they look to the sideline for their play. Looking down at their wristbands with 11 minutes ticking down here. Mount Horeb getting set for this one. Manser goes to the left side of Phillips. Phillips takes a snap. Gets immediate pressure. That was from Brady Gaspin. Had to get rid of it right away. Pass intended for Bowditch, but incomplete. 4th and 8. And now the punt unit will come on.
Milton on the night, 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversion. So Mount Horeb Barneveld defense been holding strong here on 3rd down.
Back to punt is Coleman Moore for Mount Horeb. Or excuse me, for Milton. Mount Horeb back to receive, and I believe that's Travis Classy back to get this one as the punt's in the air. Kind of comes up short. Now running and diving on it is Travis Classy. Had to lay out to get the fair catch. Wasn't going to let it bounce, so Mount Horeb will start the possession on the 30. They have their play call, giving us no time to hear a word from our fantastic sponsors. Clint Murray on the field right away here. Looking to be in the backfield with them is Miles Steinhoff as well. Speaking of our sponsors, a big thank you to all of those who sponsor us. As this one goes up the middle to Steinhoff for about 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Steinhoff seeing his first running back action here of his career and of the night. As we mentioned earlier, we're most likely going to see a couple different backs back there. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Murray in the gun in the usual. He takes a snap, fakes the handoff, now finds that's going to be Jackson Rose. Makes 2 moves, gets up to the 45-yard line for about 10 yards and a first down. We'll call it 11 after the 2nd and 5 play there. Mount Horeb looking to push the tempo as they do in the spread. Now receiver on the right in Rose. 3 on the left. Steinhoff on the left side of Murray. Now he'll hand it off to Steinhoff up the middle. Put his head down, get about 3 more. 9:50 on the clock. Mount Horeb up 13-0. And threatening to cross the threshold of the 50-yard line at the 48 is Mount Horeb. 3 receivers on the left again. They'll have trips left and a receiver on the right. Murray takes a snap, looks right, is going right, has Jackson Rose, had to come back across his body for it, had it though, 8 yards and a first down.
Jackson Rose on the night, four catches for 36 yards, so heavily targeted once again this year.
On the 45 of Milton, trips left again, Murray. Has Steinhoff on the wheel route. He's wide open. Caught at the 30 to 25, 20, 15, 10. It's a foot race. Makes a move. Shakes the defender. 5. Touchdown, Mount Horeb. The 2 running backs, Winston and Steinhoff. We saw that wheel route last year. Usually finding Bloom open in space. Steinhoff also quick with the feet. Good with the hands. Found him open in space on the wheel route. That's 6 more for Mount Horeb. And we'll hopefully add this one from the freshman, Chris Persati. Persati, the left-footed kicker, with Brady Gassman as the holder. Gets ready to snap, the hold, it's up, it's good. 20-0 your score, 9:13 here left in this first half. This is Wisco Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio here. 9:13 left here in the first half. 20-0 your score. Mount Horeb leads. Now Ryan Kleppe out talking to his kickoff unit as he gets excited here. Looking down on the field around the home sideline of Milton. And there's a man with the big camera, so to assume we've got maybe a game of the week action for one of the local news channels here. We'll see. You can always check the news tonight for the final score if you have to cut out early, but you can go to our YouTube live stream on our Wisco Radio. Just search that in the YouTube search bar, and you can watch the game for free and listen to Kate and I call this one for you. Persati, left-footed kicker, something of a Sebastian Janikowski, boots this one away. It'll be taken by Hansing down at the 3. Backs up towards the goal line. He's to the 10, the 15, the 20. Finds a gap up the middle. 25, 30, 35. And right there, that's Cade Nichols. And Cade came up kind of slow there. Maybe caught a cleat in the stomach when he tripped up Hansing there. Ball is on the 40-yard line. Milton on their own 40.
Yeah, it looked like the kick return almost stepped into the end zone there, and that would have been an automatic touchback, but maybe a few inches away, and that's the difference between 20 yards and 40 yards.
It looked like, yep, Coach Ryan Kleppe taking a timeout here. We're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors, seeing if Cade Nichols is okay. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. 9:03 left in the first half. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Phillips can't grab the snap there. There right away was Scott Hall, then Cam Krantz and Cade Serwanka stopping him at the line of scrimmage after he couldn't quite handle the snap.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's see here. Mount Milton getting their call. They're going to have 3 receivers on the left and 1 on the right. Noah Phillips, the lone receiver on that right side, as that is in the backfield with Phillips Manser. And Phillips takes a snap, drops back, looks right, looks left, steps out of the pocket after getting some pressure. A flag is down. Chasing is Scott Hall. Wrapping up is Scott Hall. A gain of 9, but I wouldn't be surprised if this one's coming back. It's going to be an offensive hold-in, will come back. Would have been a 3rd and short. However, another infraction knocks back Milton.
That's Milton's 2nd penalty on the night for a net total of 15 yards. So penalties costly here early.
Let's see here. They'll move the ball back to the 25. So this one's going to be 2nd and 25. Need the 50-yard line for a first down. Need half, or I should say a quarter of the field. There's 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Phillips in the backfield with Manser. Mount Horeb looks to bring a blitz here, but maybe drop back in the end. Both linebackers and Hall and Krantz coming up towards the line. Now Hall taking a step back. Milton still looking for the play call maybe. Phillips is ready for the snap now. That should be a delay game. And it will.
Another costly penalty for Milton, making it almost impossible to get in good position to pick up the get in good position for 3rd down after the 2nd down.
So now it'll be 2nd and 30 for Milton as they've knocked themselves out of good positioning on a couple different plays. They had a 3rd and 1 that they ended up having a false start on, and now they'll go for a screen play. That one's to Hansing, and he is wrapped up 2 yards after the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Mike Holm on the stop. Oh, no, that was 62. I apologize. That was Ben Stousland. Waiting Milton's 3rd and 28 now. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. As Phillips drops back to pass, has a rush, just goes for broke. And at the top of the apex was Travis Classy went up for it with Hansing, almost had it. Cade Nichols was also there.
You know, defensive backs, close play for the Milton Redhawks getting a catch there as the safeties weren't quite over there in time, but looking out with the drop.
Classy now back to receive this one, 5 yards at his own 45 past the first down marker. The punter Coleman's at his own 5-yard line where he'll boot this one away as we hear the train in the background, and this one's short again. Classy will take it about the Milton 48, try and make a move. He'll get down across the 45 to the 42, and Mount Horeb's offense already ready to go. Quick word from Farmers Savings Bank. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it's for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Call today, 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stouslin getting his chin strap put together there as Murray takes a snap, hands off to Winston, keeps those legs churning, gets down to the 40 for a gain of about 3. Winston keeps bringing those 2-3 yard runs all night.
Yeah, 5 carries, 16 yards, and that 1 receiving touchdown. So solid debut for the sophomore.
That it is. As another debut for another running back, Miles Steinhoff had a nice long catch receiving touchdown as well. Receiver on the left, 2 on the right, tight end on the left side for Mount Horeb. Murray hands off to Winston. He cuts upfield. He's down to the 34-yard line. Let's see there. That's going to be 3rd and about 2 after a 5-yard gain. That was good running. Waited for the hole to open up. It did, and he exploded through it and almost got through a tackle.
Yeah, using the stutter step there to make some guys miss.
As Murray just heads up to the line, calling out a play, and takes the snap there. And I think they'll say he got 1. Maybe have to bring the chains out here. They'll mark it about the 38, 39, ooh, well, closer to the 38, which is what's needed for a first down. So an official timeout, they're going to need the chains. If it's not a first down, it's going to be 4th and maybe the nose of the ball. From the end of the white stripe to the nose of the ball, probably, which makes up about 1.5 inches, 2 inches.
Yeah, it looks like the offense conferring with Coach Kleppe, probably getting ready for a play call here regardless.
Referee's getting ready here. We'll set the chains down. The pull. That is going to be a first down. By that margin between on the football, you have the laces between the 2 white stripes on the ball. And that white stripe to that end nose of the football just about got it done and did get it done with 6:11 here in the first half. Mount Horeb up 20-0. Mount Horeb threatening again on the Milton 34. 1st and 10. Murray with 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, and a tight end on the left side, and Winston on his right. Murray drops back, looks left, takes a rush, makes the man miss, throws it across his body to Lobby, shakes a tackler, now gets wrapped up at the 30, 31 or 30 here. That'll be a first down. Lobby, another first down.
Brought down by 23 Peyton Belt.
And that'll be the 20-yard line right on the edge of red zone territory. 5:40 remaining here. Murray with 3 receivers on the right, looks, has a bubble screen. That's caught at the 20, going up the middle to the 10, down to the 9-yard line for a first down. That's Tyler Krubal, a junior, for your Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. This is going to be a 1st and goal here. Or will they bring out the chains? Maybe it's just a couple inches. It's right on the 10 is where it's marked. So they're going to call it 1st and goal to go.
Vikings offense tonight, 148 total yards, 136 of them coming from Clint Murray's passing.
Murray having a good showing here, has 2 passing touchdowns. And now they'll get ready to snap this ball off. 3 receivers on the left, a tight end on the left. On the right side of Murray is Malik Winston. Murray takes the snap, hands off to Winston, goes around the left side, puts his head down, gets 1. That's going to be 2nd and goal, but 9 yards to go.
Brought down by 71 Thomas Rakestraw.
Vikings looking over the sideline from their play.
in the spread offense, the hurry, you kind of have a hurry up kind of tempo with this spread offense. So Murray getting the play from the sideline, but of course you can't go past the 20 unless you're a head coach. You're only given a few steps with 3 receivers on the right and a tight end on the left side. Murray drops back, goes up. That's going to be completed to Lobby. Down to the 4 or 3 yard line. Went up for it, kept those feet in as he got hit out of bounds simultaneously.
Yeah, just need the 1 feet in for high school and college, and Lobby able to bring it down and get 1 foot in while getting hit by defenders.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 3. Coming off the field is Winston. On goes Brady Gassman. As 3 receivers are on the left, tight end on the right side. Gassman on the left side of Murray. Murray, hands off. Gassman puts his head down. Only gets about 2. We're going to call it 4th and goal at the 1. We'll see if they decide to go with the chip shot field goal, or rather, and as I was going to assume, Coach Ryan Kleppe going to take the touchdown.
Tackled by 21.
Take his chances.
Take his chances. But we're optimistic here as he takes the snap. Murray, the keeper, puts his head down. Touchdown, Mount Horeb. Another one. Murray, a rushing touchdown. Showing signs of that Max Smiler kind of dual threat ability with 4 minutes exactly left here in the first half. The score is 26-0.
Yeah, all the Vikings touchdowns besides that one Jackson Rose return touchdown to start the game have come from Clint Murray. So 3 total touchdowns, 2 passing, and that 1 rushing that just happened right now.
Bersati ready for this extra point. Has missed one tonight, but he's just a freshman. The snap, the hold, it's up. A flag on the play. I'd assume that's a hold. It's good unless it's a Red Hawk penalty. They're going to call it an illegal shift. So this is an interesting play call, and it'll knock them back 5 yards for the extra point now, as we just got to update Monona Grove beating Reedsburg 17-0. That's a pretty high octane game there. You have 2 powerhouses, Monona Grove ranked within the state, as Milton declines the illegal shift penalty. That's somewhat unheard of. You usually, want to try and make it again. You don't usually see that very often. So MG beating Reedsburg 17-0. Reedsburg matchup. That's a cross Badger North, Badger South matchup as Mount Horeb's kickoff team is ready to boot this one away with 4 minutes left here in the first half. Reedsburg is supposed to, right, Kate? They're supposed to win the Badger North this year as of Wisconsin State Journal, I believe it was in the article.
Yeah, Wanakee, Reedsburg, and DeForest, 3 teams all at the top there. But Monona Grove also ranked fairly high in their conference respectively.
Yeah, I believe they're actually ranked. I believe they're in the low ranks of the top rankings, for lack of a better term, for D2. I believe if you heard before the pregame, with sports guys, Travis Wilson, and that they do their little show. Actually, I believe I heard them say that as Persati boots this one away, that MG is actually ranked, as Hansing has it go off his hands at the 3. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. And Phillips in the backfield, and that's going to be a false start. Hansing, the guilty party, the wideout. You don't usually see a wideout as the guilty party on the false start. However, this is the case now.
Yeah, well, touching on that more, Milton's penalties have been quite high. I believe that was their 6th penalty of the game. So Vikings only having 1 respectively, and that's been one of the differences in this game is the Vikings with a 27-0 lead.
2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Now they'll go to a bubble screen for Hansing. Looked to have been their last play called. As they're wrapping him up is Gassman. Alongside him was Cade Zerwanka coming from his end position. So that'll be a gain of about 2.5 or 3, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12.
They'll go to the same formation, 2 on the left, 2 on the right in receivers. And Phillips drops back to pass. Looks right, rolls right now. He's going to take it himself. He's up to the 25, the 30. He's across the 35, 40, 45, brought down at the 50.
Isaac Phillips, the ball carrier.
That's number 8, Bama Doyle. Have not heard his name. Somewhat of a Doyle Island tonight. Have not thrown his way yet tonight as Milton.
By the Vikings, number 8, Bama Doyle. Redhawks first down.
A Redhawks first down all the way to the 50.
32-yard gain there for Phillips.
I believe this is the first time they're going to push into Mount Horeb territory. As Phillips now rolls to his right. Was rushed there. Throws it deep and incomplete. On the rush, right through the line. That was Sam Strataka, the starting center, playing both ways here at nose tackle position. Had nobody touch him. Phillips had to get rid of it right away.
Phillips 6 for 10 on the night, 51 yards total, with the long coming on that 27-yard pass up the middle.
2 on the left, 2 on the right for receivers. Phillips going to hand off to the running back. That's number 1, Manser. Sheds a couple tackles. Cam Krantz is going to be the final one to take him down, but not after 10 yards and a first down. Holm was there as well.
Good enough for a Milton first down.
Milton going to keep pushing the chains here as they get closer. Number 6, Mike Holm, the senior, at 6'5", 220, just a force in there at an outside linebacker position. As Manser takes the handoff, and speak of the devil, Shatraka and Holm on the stop there together, maybe one. 2nd and 9 now, with 2.5 minutes left here in the first half. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. As we're starting to hit dawn here, the sun going down. As Phillips looks right, fakes right. Now looking, he's going to roll right. Krantz there, hits him. And now jockeying for position where Krantz and number 3, Noah Phillips, and Travis Classy breaks it up.
Milton fans wanted interference on that, but Classy and receivers respectively were both going for the ball, and Classy just able to make the play.
Yeah, it looked like they were both kind of doing the little hand dance, and no call. So 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Another 3rd and long here, 3rd and 9. And Phillips drops back. Coming through is Hall. Looks like he got held. And now making the tackle after the pass was completed to Tommy Swenson. That was Gassman on the tackle. So we'll have a 5 or 6 yard gain here. So it'll be 4th and short. Timeout Mount Horeb Barneveld. They're going to look for a big stop and get the ball back. We're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. 27-0, your score. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopwood alongside with me is Cade Johnson, bringing you Mount Horeb Barneveld Viking football. Minute 58 and a 4th and 5 here for the Milton Redhawks. They're going to go for it as they're in Mount Horeb territory. at the 35-yard line. 27-0, though, Mount Horeb leads.
Neither team has gone for it yet on fourth down tonight. Milton, after that last play, 0 for 6 on third down. So
Phillips rolls right, gives it off, and that's going to be enough for a first down. That is number 86, Griffin Allen. And to correct you, Cade, that the touchdown, the last one from Murray, was on a 4th and goal situation. The take. 1:50 on the clock as the Red Hawks get another first down. They seem to be moving it here on this Mount Horeb defense. Although at 27-0, you can almost bear them giving that up. Phillips pressured again, gives it off the hands of number 8, Mark Bowditch, and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Second and 10 here. Minute and a half before the end of your first half of Viking football this year. Two receivers on both the left and right side. As Phillips takes the snap, he'll throw over the middle. That's Hansing. Wrapping him. Oh, he shook a tackle from Holum with a little spin move. Classy was there with the tackle at the end to clean it all up. Depending on the spot, they're going to say he's a couple yards short. 3rd and 3. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right, stacked up one behind the other. Manzer on the left side of Phillips. Phillips in the gun, takes the snap. It's a handoff up the middle. Stuffed. Scott Hall, Mike Holum, getting through there originally. That is number 50 to plug the whole thing up, Cade Zerwanka. As Milton takes a timeout. It'll be 4th and 5 here with 45 seconds, so we'll step aside and hear from our sponsors. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. 45 seconds left here in the first half. The ball for Milton is at the 24-yard line of Mount Horeb. Threatening here for the first time really tonight. And they're going to go for it on 4th and 4. 3 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Manser on the right side of Phillips in the backfield. He'll take the snap. He'll look right. He's going to look left. A lot of open field. Throws it. And that one's caught. They'll say he got in for the score. That is going to be, I believe, number 5? Or no, number 8, Mark Bowditch, the touchdown. He dove for the end zone, caught the ball barely out of the outstretched arm of Brady Gassman, I believe was on the coverage. He dove for the end zone, but it looked like he might have been down before the goal line and kind of bounced in across. However, the midfield judge making that call, not the line judge that was standing on the end zone line. Now they have a timeout from Milton with 36 seconds left, maybe wanting to go for it here. So we'll hear another word from our sponsors, 27-6. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio as the snap was up and the kick was blocked by Mike Holm. 27-6 is the score with 36 seconds left here in the first half. They thought because they called the timeout that they might be trying to set something up to go for two. However, that was not the case, and a high snap caused Mike Holm to be able to block that one right away. As we're close to halftime, we'll have your halftime stats and halftime report.
10. Who's number 10?
In just a little bit here. We'll wait the kickoff and everybody to get lined up here. Milton awaiting Mount Horeb to get set up. On to kick this one off for Milton is Coleman Moore. Rose and Classy back to receive this one for the Vikings. The last time the Vikings returned the kickoff, it went 90 yards for a touchdown. That was 15 seconds into the game. As Moore takes his steps back and to his left as he gets ready to boot it away off his right foot. Now he's set to go. And here's the boot. It's a squib kick. And Rose will take this one from the 15. They'll fake it this time again, the 20. He's up to the 25, only get taken down at about the 26-yard line. They tried to fake again this time, maybe because of the squib couldn't quite sell it enough. And with 31 seconds left, we'll see if Mount Horeb tries to be a little methodical and a couple short pass plays with one timeout remaining and then go for the big long one.
Yeah, more than likely, though, with the 27-6 lead, Vikings will either just hand it off here or take a knee and go into the halftime with the lead.
Getting the play call from the sideline, though. Receiver on the right, tight end on the right side as well, and two receivers to the left. And Steinhoff in the backfield as they'll have Rose on the bubble screen, makes a move, tries to get a couple, might get two. This is now the man doing the down marker has switched it from first to fourth. However, it's only second down.
Yeah, safe play call there for the Vikings, able to get a few yards and keep the clock running down.
We'll see what they do now. So Clint goes deep. This one's knocked away with no time remaining. That one was intended, looks like, for Rose. Incomplete. 27-6. The score here after one half. Your Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings leading. When we come back, we'll have your halftime report. This is Wisco Radio. We'll be right back. second half of Mount Horeb football. Looking as far as both teams are concerned, Mount Horeb with 9 first downs, and the Milton Redhawks with 6. Oddly enough, most of those came on the last drive. There's the Milton Redhawks student section is getting excited. Also, third downs. Milton has not converted a third down yet, and Mount Horeb is 3 for 5. Total yards, 158 for Mount Horeb to Milton's 133, and that's odd to see because you don't really they haven't been really moving the ball. They've only been in the Mount Horeb territory twice, and the one time they were there for just only a few seconds, and the other time was that last scoring drive, which was a touchdown pass to Bowditch, who was caught just outside of the extended arms of Brady Gassman. As far as passing for Mount Horeb, Clint Murray, his first start as a varsity quarterback in the post-Myler era, 12 for 16, 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. Believe the long was that Miles Steinhoff 45-yard touchdown on the wheel route that we saw so many times last year to Matt Bloom. The other passing touchdown for Murray came to Malik Winston for it was a 5-yard touchdown pass. Winston, the sophomore running back, 7 carries for 23 yards, and has really been getting the hard yards from Mount Horeb. The third touchdown offensively for Mount Horeb was Clint Murray keeper as well. He ended up taking that one in, and the Underwood's first score of the season and game, and probably one of the first touchdowns in all of Wisconsin. Took 15 seconds to get into this one. Jackson Rose faked a reverse on the opening kickoff, took it 90 yards for the score, and that's how Mount Horeb started. It's been a tempo matchup for the most part, where Mount Horeb's defense just been shutting out. Well, not a full shutout, seeing as there's 6 points on the board. However, just shutting down this Milton Redhawk offense. Both teams very similar. Have a first-year coach. For Milton, it's Mark Lee, who went to Platteville after attending Delvin Darien, graduating from there in 1999. And for Mount Horeb, you have Coach Ryan Kleppe, a graduate here in 2003, a very successful Division III football player for the University of Whitewater as a defensive lineman. So his defensive prowess still showing with the great talent that is on the field still. Defensively for Mount Horeb, and Cam Krantz, who has just a ton of tackles. Scott Hall also there. Have not seen the Milton Redhawks really test Doyle Island, as I feel like it should be known here. A takeoff of Rivas Island, the former New York Jets cornerback, Darrell Rivas. Haven't really tested his side. Maybe went to him once, but I don't think it was intended for the receiver he was guarding at that time. Doyle has a tackle special teams wise, however, and Mike Holm and a whole slew of Mount Horeb players have really been productive on the defensive side of the ball, with Clint Murray stealing the show in his first varsity start here for Mount Horeb. We have about 5:45 left before we come back for your second half. So with that, we're going to send it away to hear from some of our sponsors. So this is Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopwood will be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. Your first half recap here as we're a few minutes away from getting back to your Mount Horeb Barneville Vikings Week 1 opener. As Mount Horeb is coming down the hill here, back onto the field. They will be giving it off to the Milton Red Hawks right away as they receive the first half kick. The opening kickoff, which is taken back, took 15 seconds for Jackson Rose to fake a reverse to Travis Classy and then take it 90 yards the distance for a touchdown. And after that, Mount Horeb stymied the Milton Red Hawks. A shanked punt led to a Mount Horeb 5-yard touchdown pass to Malik Winston, the sophomore who got his first start here from Clint Murray, who's taking over for Max Myler. The post-Max Myler era, as Milton fans cheering on their team who's coming out now. Then after that, a couple more 3-and-outs for Milton, which has been their storyline for the most part other than their one score. Besides that, Mount Horeb 45-yard touchdown pass on the wheel route out of the backfield to Miles Steinhoff from Clint Murray. And then after that, it was a Clint Murray keeper. That was the other score for Mount Horeb. Cade, what do you got for me?
Well, I don't know what you already covered, but on the night, Mount Horeb 150 total yards to Milton's 133. So that's pretty close for what the scoreboard shows. 27-6. If I were to tell you that just that total yardage, you wouldn't expect a game like this. But special teams play between the two teams has been really what's been the story. Is, as you mentioned, Jackson Rose kickoff return for touchdown, and then a few shank punts along with the Vikings kicker Chris Pertusati able to pin the Milton Red Hawks in their own territory quite a bit.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job. The special teams has been doing a great job as well as far as that goes. And now it's dark in here. We're all good. We're all good, Coach Steck. Now Pierce Nellis making sure we get our respected light.
See Robbie B tweeted at me?
No, I did not. Pierce is just getting all sorts of tweets. The former Mount Horeb alum.
Hey, tell him thanks, Robbie B.
Hey, thanks, Robbie B. That's from Pierce Nellis, one of the coordinators up here. As far as this goes, we got 27-6 Mount Horeb lined up, getting excited for the second half. Referees at midfield as our side has been darkened. You could say we've gone to the dark side, Cade.
Yeah, a little bit easier to see the stat keeping iPad with these lights off, but hard to look at the roster now.
Good thing I've got 20/20 vision. I eat my carrots. As we got the roster right in front of me, and I think that says Cam Nichols. I'm pretty sure. Oh, or is that Kate Krantz? 2 and 3 on the roster. I think that I have those names correct. We got 25 seconds. Both teams getting excited and jacked up for the second half here. Isaac Phillips, the quarterback from Milton, has been very pressured tonight here, Cade.
Yeah, the Vikings sent in quite a bit of pressure, but even when they're not blitzing, guys like Scott Hall, Cade Zerwanka, Brady Gassman able to get in the backfield and force Phillips to make plays with his feet or throw inaccurate passes.
Yeah, he's had a couple that have, other than that touchdown pass, he just fit it in the breadbasket of, that was Bowditch for Milton. Fit it in just past the outreached fingertips of Brady Gassman as we're getting set for your second half kickoff. Persati, the freshman, has it teed up. Coach Ryan Kleppe talking to his kickoff unit. Getting in there for a quick breakdown. Milton Red Hawks getting back. Hansing and Noah Phillips back to receive this one. 2 touchbacks for Persati tonight on his kickoff, so we'll see if he sends him back there again. I don't think he's kicked it in front of their own 10-yard line tonight. Persati, the left-footed Sebastian Janikowski-esque kicker, ready to start your second half. This one's back as Phillips takes this one, steps on the goal line, and that'll be another touchback for Persati.
Yeah, once again, Milton Redhawks starting at least in their own territory behind their own 30-yard line. They've been there, I'd say, about 4 out of their 5 drives tonight.
Well, start from their own 20, as you mentioned, and went into halftime with some good mojo. And they'll start with 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, and Manson on the left side of Phillips. Phillips takes the snap, hands off to Manson, up the middle. He'll only get about 2 before he is clogged up. Cam Krantz on the stop. What else is new? Second and about 8 now. Milton getting ready for them to go. As Hunter Preddy was also there on the stop. As 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right here. Phillips drops back to pass, looks right, goes over the middle, and that one's knocked away by Travis Classy. 3rd and 8. Classy stuck his hand in there while not going over the defender for the pass interference.
Yes, Classy's second breakup on the night. He had that one, and then he knocked down deep field. That would have been a key gain for the Red Hawks, so making some plays tonight.
Now 3rd and 8. Isaac drops back to pass. He's rushed. Scott Hall there. Now Cam Krantz comes out of nowhere, and now pinning him from behind is Scott Hall. Scott with an endless motor. He came right up the middle. Phillips shook him off, then just escaped the arms of Cam Krantz. Then Scott Hall's endless motor dropped him behind for a loss of about 6 or 7. And now Coleman Moore is on his own goal line, punting this one away. Classy back as the snap is a tad high. The boots away, end over end. Classy the fair catch in Milton territory at the 45. We'll see here if Mount Horeb can really put this one away early with maybe a quick scoring drive. Getting the play call from Kleppe. And so now onto the field comes Murray, Winston, Lobby, Mitch Ryan, Jackson Rose. As Mitch Ryan is the tight end on the left side. And now Murray keeps it, gets 2 yards. Tried to shake a defender, was brought down. We'll have 2nd and 9.
It looked to be either a read option or a design quarterback keeper, and Clinton had a hole, but it closed fairly quickly.
It looked like he had a whole lot of room to run, tried to shake a defender, but couldn't. 2 receivers to the left, 1 on the right side is Rose. Tight end on the right side is Mitch Ryan. Then Murray takes a snap, looks right. Now a small screen pass to Winston. He shakes a defender, goes up the middle. Gets down to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of about 6. We'll have a 3rd and a long 4.
Winston receiving on the night, 3 receptions, 19 yards, and that 1 5-yard touchdown early in the game.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Mitch Ryan, the tight end on the left side, trying to draw offsides Milton with the hard count was Clint Murray. Now he'll head up towards the line. And Mitch Ryan will take a step back off the line. Now Murray is getting set with Malik Winston on his right side. He'll fake the handoff, roll to his right, have Mitch Ryan. He's going up the field. Almost shed the tackler, extended the ball out for another extra yard. Those long arms, that 6'6" frame of Mitch Ryan's, down to the 29, a gain of about 11 there, and a 1st down. Excuse me, that was closer to 9. They won't give him the extend of the ball. And a 1st and 10. on the 32-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, a tight end on the right side, and Mitch Ryan. Murray takes the snap, hands off to Winston up the middle, finds a hole, puts his shoulder down, gets about 5 to about 2nd and 5 here. Ball down on the 27.
Winston so far tonight averaging 3.5 yards per carry. So, as we mentioned, receiving good for the Vikings tonight, along with a pretty good yards per carry average.
Malik puts his head down there, gets about 8, and that's a 1st and 10 for Mount Horeb. On the 18-yard line with 8:50 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter.
And we're at Brandenburg.
2 receivers on the left, now 3, with Jackson Rose coming to the side to accompany Trey Lobby. And the snap. Fake handoff, the ball is out. He tried to pull it out. Did Clint Murray and take it himself. The ball
Fumble recovered by number 4, Clinton Murray.
actually got back to the line of scrimmage. Murray,
Down by Jackson.
thank goodness, scrambled to pick the ball up. Did so, and now the possession is 2nd and 10. Well, still call it 2nd and 11, more like, with 2 receivers on the left, or on the right, and 1 on the left. Murray rolls right, goes deep. That's Jackson Rose, incomplete.
Murray's pass.
No flag on the field. We'll say it was a little bit of both, probably. Going for the ball there. So now they'll have our first 3rd and long of the night. 3rd and about 11 for Murray. We'll see what the play call is here. Maybe give it up and see what Persati can do with his leg. Or with the ball on the 20, where maybe since they're in the red zone, go ahead and try to get the touchdown.
Yeah, if you're Coach Kleppe, you got to be fairly satisfied tonight with that 27-6 lead. So, see what happens here.
Murray goes over the middle. That's Jackson Rose off his fingertips. If he hauls that one in, it's 6. Fortunately, it's incomplete. And they're going to keep. Nope, they're going to go ahead and let the freshman Persati go ahead and kick this one away.
About a 37-yard field goal for Persati, and in practice he was nailing them fairly easy from this distance.
There he was. He warmed up, looked good. Hit one from 45 in practice earlier this summer. Persati, the left footer. He'll take the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. This one has the distance, but not straight enough. To the right, wide right. And that's with 8 minutes left. Milton Redhawks will take the ball at the 20.
Vikings 27, Redhawks 6.
The Redhawks take over possession now. And they'll get the play call from their sideline and try to get ready to go here.
Yeah, if you're Coach Matt Lee, you gotta feel a sense of urgency here for this Red Hawk team, as down 27-6 with only 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
3 receivers are on the right, and a running back was Manser by Phillips. Now they have another player coming in, streaking towards the left side. And actually not in this game is Isaac Phillips. I mistook Mark Bowditch for him. Can't see Phillips on the sideline. Can't see that number 5 jersey. So interesting here, as he's actually limping onto the field, favoring that right leg.
Yeah, Milton offense confused with the play call there. Go ahead and went and took a timeout.
They did. Isaac Phillips, as we just mentioned, limping here. So they took a timeout. They didn't have 11. They had only 10 on the field anyways. So now Isaac Phillips is going to be actually on the field, and it looks like he's going to be the quarterback.
Yeah, if you're the Vikings pass rushers, you can take advantage of this. Not able to have as much mobility as he did earlier in the game, and they've been getting pressure regardless.
Yeah, he had about a 30-yard run earlier in this game, and now he's in the gun with 3 receivers on the right and 1 on the left, and Manser on his left side in the gun. They run a similar spread offense. And Phillips drops back to pass. He's rushed immediately, throws, hits the back of Mike Holum. That was intended for Hansing. And Phillips looks like he's having a rough time here.
10 for 18 on the night.
Now he's going to jog off the field. You hate to see a guy get hurt. Hopefully it's just a quick stinger or bruise as Bowditch is in at quarterback now. 2 receivers on the left and 2 on the right. Mansura on the right side of Bowditch. Excuse me, left side. Bowditch takes a snap, fumbles the snap, has it at the 10. Tries to shake and make a move, gets down at the 11. There was Holm, Gassman, Zerwanka, a whole slew of Vikings. As now is it's 3rd and close to 20, 3rd and 19, with the ball on the 11-yard line.
Yeah, that's something happens, as you mentioned, Phillips getting subbed out. A little bit of miscommunication with the new quarterback trying to communicate with the center and just a muff snap.
3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Now a tight end shifts towards into the right side. Bowditch in the gun. Manser on his right side. Takes the snap, hands it off to Manser. He's eaten up quickly. Maybe the line of scrimmage. Cleaning everything up was Cam Krantz, along with Gassman, Holm, and the whole Mount Horeb defensive line. So now 4th and 19, and Coleman Moore will be forced to stand in his own end zone and punt. 6:40 left in the 3rd quarter with Travis Classy back to receive this one. Moore takes the snap and boots it away. This one's straight up in the air again, and it's very short.
Get on it. Take the ball.
That's 20. That one's down at the 28. Maybe a punt of what, 20 yards?
Yeah, about 20, 18, 20 around there.
Another poor punt, and that gives Mount Horeb the ball inside Milton territory at the 32.
Vikings take over and Red Hawk 27.
Mount Horeb Vikings up 27-6 with 6:22 left here in the 3rd quarter. See, it's dark out here. There was a chance for rain, but I think it's going to hold off. Hopefully, knock on wood. With 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, a tight end. And now Gassman goes in motion, was in the backfield with Murray. Hill steps up, now gets rushed. He's going to go down. That's number 65, the first sack of the night for Milton. That was Miles Maxwell, the senior, 5'11", 240-pound defensive lineman. That knocks back Mount Horeb severely, and that'll be 2nd and about 25.
14 yards brings up 2nd and 24.
So now you'd assume that Mount Horeb on the Milton 41 would be looking for something deeper, maybe moderate here, with 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, and 2 backs in the backfield, Gassman and Steinhoff, it looks like. Steinhoff goes in motion from the left to the right. Murray looks, goes over the middle, has Rose. That's about 10 yards.
Looked to have Steinhoff open there on the wheel route, but going through his progressions and saw the slant route first.
So now it's 3rd and 16, so about an 8-yard gain there. Gassman comes off the field. On goes Cradwell. Getting the motion signals is Murray from the sideline. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. That's going to be Steinhoff on the right side of Murray, and I assume he'd look for a deep pass here. Fake handoff. Murray rolls to his right, looking for the bomb. It's up. Jackson Rose off his hands in the end zone again. Couldn't quite hang on. It's the 2nd one in as many possessions for Rose. And now it'll be 4th and long, and you wonder if Mount Horeb will try the punt, or this is kind of a territory, kid, where you could, with the way that Clint rules out to do his rugby-style punts, where you could fake something and get a gain here.
Yeah, more than likely going to be punting here, but just depends on the style how he does it.
Actually going to be going for it. It looks like, nope. They'll psych them out at a Mount Horeb roll. But that one will end up being a touchback. They threw receivers to the left and one to the right. And it looked like they were going to actually run a play, but Murray took a quick couple steps back, took the snap, booted it end over end, and took a friendly bounce, but a little too friendly as it's a touchback. Now Milton will have the ball at the 20-yard line. Phillips back on the field, still limping and still favoring, just not as much now. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Manser on the left side of Phillips. Phillips takes the snap, looks, goes to a screen right away, through the arms, and they'll call it incomplete. Although I didn't hear a whistle, it looked like it was a forward pass. Intended receiver was Griffin Allen. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10 now with 4:43 here in the third quarter remaining. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Manser on the right side of Phillips. Phillips hands off up the middle. It's clogged up, but maybe two. On the stop, that's number 55 for Mount Horeb. Hunter Preddy on the stop, the defensive lineman. That is now 3rd and 9. Is brought up with two receivers on the left, two on the right. They're sticking with that same basic formation. Manser on the right side of Phillips in the gun. A 3rd and long. Phillips takes the snap, fakes left. Now still looking left. Goes up top. There's Cade Nichols, and the ball is caught by Hensing. They say he was out of bounds. Coach Ryan Kleppe was right there. He signaled incomplete, and Coach Kleppe is a big man, so if I'm a referee, I'm probably saying, yeah, you're right, that's incomplete.
Yeah, safety Cade Nichols just got turned around there, not quite sure where the ball is, but able to force the receiver out of bounds nonetheless.
Yeah, stuck his arm out. Hensing had good concentration there. As now they're getting ready for a punt block. Maybe as Coleman Moore is back to punt it away with 4th and 9 coming up. It's a low snap. It's on the ground. Scott Hall looking for it. It's on the ground in the end zone. It's recovered. Touchdown, Mount Horeb. It's still out. On the pile. Who's on there? Who's got the ball? It's a touchdown, Mount Horeb. Although who comes up with the ball, we don't know.
Regardless, touchdown Mount Horeb, but interesting to see who gets credit for it.
That's number 6, Mike Holm.
Touchdown, number 6, Mike Holm comes up with
Mike Holm, the lucky man, the low snap, bounced through the legs of Coleman Moore. Touchdown Mount Horeb, 33-6, pending the extra point now.
Once again, special teams, the story of this game. Vikings, both kick return, punt return, I guess all forms of special defense, outplaying Milton.
Persadi, the freshman, on to kick this extra point. Snap, hold up, through the uprights. That's good. 34-6. We're going to hear from our sponsors. This is Wisco Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. Persadi ready to boot this one away with 3:54 remaining. 34-6, Mount Horeb leading. Persadi's going to boot this one away here. Takes his steps back, coupled to his right, and gets ready for the left-footed kick. He boots it away. This one's back. Another boomer. And Noah Phillips will let that one go into the end zone for a touchback.
end zone.
Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it's for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Call today, 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Thank you to all our sponsors and all you do for us, allowing us to travel around and call these great games. Isaac Phillips, the quarterback, still favoring that leg as we have trips to the left, all tied up on the line there with the receiver to the right. As now it gets tossed out to Manser, cuts up the field. Cade Nichols coming up from his safety spot. After a gain of about 3 for Manser, it's 2nd and 7. I would assume you're going to see a lot of runs or a lot of quick step drops here with Phillips' ankle not feeling him well.
Yeah, Vikings defense have been pressuring him all night, nonetheless.
Ooh, now Doyle took away the bubble screen. The Travis Classy who made the hit on that one to knock the ball out. It looks like he has a stinger on his shoulder. Interesting there. Hopefully Classy's all right. Cade Nichols came up short earlier. Just had the wind knocked out of him with 3:19 here in the third quarter. Should have clarified that sooner, but 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Phillips drops back, gets pressure over the middle. Intended for Noah Phillips. On the coverage was Bama Doyle. Pass was incomplete though, 4th and 7. Doyle really the first or second time that he's been tested really tonight at all. There was a drag route coming across the field, and the pass was a little bit behind Phillips. Bama with the head knocked the ball loose, and now they're on to punt again.
Yeah, if you're the Vikings, you got to be excited almost every time they're going for a punt. As good as came out of it just about every time.
Another interesting snap there as Classy back in the game is there for the fair catch at his own 49. That is where he'll catch it. 3:07 remains in the third quarter, 34-6, your score. A bubble screen for the first play here. Tyler Krubaugh on the catch. That's going to be close to a first down. It is a first down with 3 minutes exactly left here in the third quarter. 34-6 the score. 1st and 10 for Mount Horeb. Clint Murray, another completed pass. 3 receivers to the left. Tight end on the right side. Malik Winston on the left side of Murray. Murray takes the snap. Hands it off to Winston. Carries a couple defenders with him. Gets down to the 35 of Milton, where it'll be 2nd and 3. Winston starting to break off a couple more 5, 6, 7 yarders. Has yet to hit the home run, but 3 receivers on the left. Same setup again. They'll hand it off to Winston again. Goes around the left side. Tries to spin out of it. Gets down to the 30. But it's going to be enough for another Mount Horeb Viking. First down. On the 30-yard line is Mount Horeb, with Winston coming off the field now. On comes Steinhoff. You'd wonder if they'll go back to the wheel route here for Steinhoff, although up 34-6. I'm not sure how many more pass attempts you're going to see.
Yeah, especially the way Mount Horeb Barneville's been running the ball, able to move the chains most of the time.
However, they go back to the wheel route, and Murray rolls out of the pocket. Pass intended for Rose. Feel like he had Steinhoff making the play. Deflecting the ball off there was Brett Brandenburg, the junior, standing at 6'1" and 180. Broke that one up, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's Rose's 10th target on the game, so Clint Murray looking for a senior receiver quite a bit.
A couple of touchdowns in the last couple of possessions just off the hands of Rose. You're sure to haul those in next time, though. Murray hands this one up to Steinhoff up the middle. Puts his shoulder down. Steinhoff, a wrestler, a strong guy, gets about 5 yards there, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
You know, we mentioned the running game, but these Viking offensive linemen don't get enough credit. Opening up holes for Steinhoff and Winston and keeping Murray protected long enough to make plays.
Yeah, only 1 sack on the game, and really only a couple times being pressured as Murray goes to the pass. That was in the hands of Krubaugh, but he dropped it, so it's 4th and about 6. So we'll see if they decide to go for it, if they'll have Murray drop back. They'll be in an offensive formation, but Murray drop back and then boot it away. That's what they look like they'll be doing with 2 receivers on the left. No, they'll take the snap. Murray will drop back. He's going deep for Lobby. It's up, it's caught. Touchdown, Mount Horeb. Had Mitch Ryan wide open in the flex, but Murray saw Lobby, who was also open in the end zone for the score. 40-6 now your score with 1.5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Clint Murray is looking really good in that pocket.
Yeah, everyone in the stands and up here's screaming, look at Mitch, but Clint Murray has other plans, and it turns out good for the Vikings.
Persadi on for this one. Gassman the holder. In for the extra point here. The snap, the hold, it's up. It's right through. It's right through. 41-6 your score, and with that, we're going to hear from our sponsors. 1.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. This is Wisco Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. Bryce Hoppin alongside of me is Cade Johnson. If you're not, you should be watching the YouTube live feed that we have of this game. You can go ahead and search Wisco Radio in YouTube, and you can watch the game for free. Persadi is going to get ready to boot this one away here with that left foot. 41-6 the score. This one's deep, comes off his foot a little weird, but bounces down to the 10, into the 8. That was Phillips. Shakes a couple tackles. Now he's at the 50, 20, the 25, and he's got grass. 30 for 35. Classy to try and take him down. Still stumbling around. Gets down to the 40-yard line. Took him a few seconds to pick it up. Shook a couple defenders. And ended up getting down to the 40-yard line. Close to Mount Horeb territory.
First and 10.
Looks like some lightning in the distance. Nothing is seen by the referees yet, though. Of course, it's dark out, so you can't really tell how the clouds are looking. But 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Isaac Phillips still in the game. He's pushing through that ankle injury. He drops back to pass, looks right. He's going to go deep, over the top for Hensing. And Travis Classy with the coverage. Turned his head just in time. Messed with Hensing's, with his vision there.
You know, Classy's just been hanging with his receiver close enough to throw his hand up on a few of these deep bombs, and it's been successful so far.
Interesting to see, up 41-6, and all the starters are still on the field for Mount Horeb, as we're going to reach triple zeros here in the 3rd quarter, and we're going to hear from our sponsors. This is Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopper, Cade Johnson. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. And we're ready to play in the fourth quarter. 12 minutes on the clock. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Manser on the left side of Phillips. Phillips hands off to Manser, shakes a tackle. Scott Hall is going to rip him down. Gain of maybe 2. By the way, Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it's for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Call today, 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Another gain on the handoff there after the second down play brings up to 3rd and 5. Was not a first down that last play. As Phillips has pressure, launches it deep. Travis Classy puts his arms up, running with Hensing. It's incomplete, and now it's 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, some scores around conference. Badger North, Badger South matchup. Monroe leading Portage 29-13 through 3. Another matchup, Badger South, Badger North. Edgewood 17, Baraboo 13 through 3.
Nice, and we reported earlier in the second quarter, Monona Grove was beating Reedsburg 17-0. We have not had an update since on that. But Coleman Moore is back to punt now on the 4th and 6. He'll take it and boot it away. This one's a good one. Classy going back is just going to let this one bounce at the 15, take a side hop down to the 13-yard line. There's a flash of lightning there. Hopefully the referees didn't see it. We want to end up finishing this one. Seen a couple flashes of lightning up here, just failed to report, as we remain skeptical if this one's going to be played all the way through. And now, because of the lead, they'll have a running clock, the 41-6 lead. Mount Horeb, the post Travis Rohr and Max Myler era, put up 41 points so far tonight. And still, those starters are in the game as there's more lightning across the way. The two receivers on the left. A tight end on the left side, Murray. Hands off to Winston. Tries a little shimmy move. Gets up to the 15 for about 2 yards. So we'll have 2nd and 8.
Brought down by 75, Bailey Valentine.
Another score from around the conference. Fort Atkinson 21, Sauk Prairie 7 through 3.
For the Vikings.
Fort Atkinson we'll see in a couple weeks. Mount Horeb plays Stoughton at home next week, so I'll be there. And if you can't be, go ahead and listen to Wisco Radio. Clint Murray pulls it out of the breadbasket of Malik Winston, and Jackson Rose has another slip through his hands. We'll have 3rd and 8, 3rd and long. Rose was open on the flag route, but had another slip through his hands. Mount Horeb's offense getting ready here. Two receivers on the left. They have Mitch Ryan on the left side as a tight end and Jackson Rose on the right side. Malik Winston on the right side of Murray. Murray drops back to pass, looks left, and in and out of the hands of Tyler Krubaugh. Well, the clock still rolls here with the lead, and now it looks like it's going to be time to punt for Mount Horeb. I believe only their 2nd or 3rd of the game.
Yeah, 3 total punts for Mount Horeb as opposed to Milton's 9.
Yeah, that's a good defensive day when you make the opponent almost punt double-digit amount of times. With Murray back, he'll roll to his right and get this one off. Now there's a flag down as well. This one bounces, gets about 10 to 12 yards. Was right on the sideline. Bounced across, go down to the 43, Milton in their own territory, but we'll await the flag. Looks like it might be on Mount Horeb. In fact, it's going to be a false. No, it wouldn't have been a false start. They would have blown it dead right away, so it must have been an illegal motion or illegal shift or too many players maybe.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty, so negates the long punt by Murray.
7:20, so the clock runs this whole time, which is a decent thing there as far as, being up by that much, but also, you want to see these guys play more snaps. Murray ready to set to punt. Takes the snap, rolls to his right, gets it off right away. Another good punt. Taken at the 47 by Hensing. Classy was shaken, but Cam Krantz ends up making the tackle there. At about the 49, they'll maybe give him the 50. They actually say he got into Mount Horeb territory at the end there at the 48.
Now we off the football boosters 50-50 raffle. Tonight's winner will take home
And now we have 6.5 minutes remaining in this one. 41-6 the score as Isaac Phillips and the Milton Redhawks are on the field for this one in Mount Horeb territory. Two receivers to the left, two to the right, and Manser on the left side of Phillips. Phillips looks like that ankle is not holding him down anymore. And he hands it off to Manser up the middle. Gets maybe two. On the stop at the linebacker position for Mount Horeb after the gain of about two is Zach Schinke. Now you're starting to see the substitutes come on here for Mount Horeb in this fourth quarter as the clock starts to tick. Two receivers on the left, two on the right. And Manser on the left side of Phillips. Phillips hands off to Manser again, up the middle. He's got room. He gets to the 40. Down across it. Down to the 37 of Mount Horeb for a Milton Redhawk first down.
Yeah, after that last carry, Manser, 12 carries for about 30 yards and only a long carry of 10 yards. So, as we've talked about throughout the whole game, Vikings defense, both pass defense and run defense, holding strong.
Manser takes another carry. He's stopped and put down. That's number 13, Nate Cruz, the outside linebacker. Coming back and playing football this year after a couple-year hiatus since youth. I believe he played freshman year, the senior. Now second and about 8. Is streaking across the field and taking a timeout is Mount Horeb to try to get off the field number 87, Michael Larson. Timeout Mount Horeb, so that means we're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. 41-6, 4:52 left in this one. Mount Horeb Barneveld on top. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Wisco Radio. Bryce Hopper, Kate Johnson on this call here in Milton. The Milton Redhawks down. Mount Horeb up 41-6. As Isaac Phillips has two receivers to the left and two to the right. He'll throw to the right side for Hensing. On the bubble screen, Nate Cruz is there coming from his linebacker spot. After a gain of about 6, it'll be third and short of about 3.
Little quarterback comparison. Clint Murray, 17 for 27, 200 yards, and Isaac Phillips, 11 for 26 for 100 yards.
And Murray has 3 touchdowns and 1 rushing as well. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Manser takes the carry up the middle. Hit at about 2 yards short, but ended up, I think, getting across the first down marker he did. Was hit initially by Thad Brinkman.
First down.
Milton has many men on the field here as Noah Phillips, the receiver, comes off. And Isaac Phillips is on and ready to go here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Isaac Phillips hands it off to the running back who gets taken down. That's number 13, Nate Cruz. Number 28, Josh Johnson on the carry. No Scott Manser on that one. And now Johnson comes off the field, and in next to Phillips is going to be number 32, Cameron Van Natta. 2 receivers to the left and 2 to the right for Phillips. Phillips takes the snap, looks, fumbles the ball, Falls on the 29 of Mount Horeb, a loss of about 5.
Brought down in the backfield for a loss.
So it'll be third and about 15 now. Ryan Farrell was the one to almost jump on that loose ball. There's two receivers to the left, two to the right. And Donato on the left side of Phillips. Phillips takes the snap, drops back, looks right, goes right, over the head and off the hand of Hensing, and now we have 4th and 15. As Isaac Phillips is starting to limp again. Looks like he might have hurt it on that plant.
That last snap, the play before, that was Milton's 5th fumble of the night, only one of them being recovered by Mount Horeb for that one touchdown by Mike Holm.
Yeah, it was recovered in the end zone off a bad snap on a punt. And now 3 receivers on the left and one on the right for Isaac Phillips. He's dropping back to pass, looking left, going for it all. And in and out of the hands of Hensing, knocked away by Jack Fry. The 5'8 junior was running with Hensing and knocked it away right at the apex.
Saw him a little bit last night in the JV game making similar plays, but coming on a big stage like this and making a name for himself.
41-6 as the clock reaches 1:35 here in the 4th quarter, and the second team is on here. We'll see who is in that quarterback. Could be sophomore Malcolm Reed, but no, it's going to be Luke Hagelin, the JV quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, Steinhoff the receiver to the left. In the backfield, that's going to be up the field and trying to run through a tackle, getting stopped at the line of scrimmage was Kai Kelscher. With 1 minute remaining here, 41-6 your score in Milton.
2-yard gain, 2nd and 8.
Let's see here. Is that Bama Doyle? No, that's 18, not 8. 4 receivers to the right. Tight end on the left side. Hagelin in the gun. Hands it off. No, keeps it. Tries to get a stiff arm. Goes around. He's at the 30. Another try for a stiff arm. Goes down at the 34-yard line after a gain of about 6. With 30 seconds left, I'd assume this is going to be the last play. Or that would be the last play. Now it's 3rd and 4. 3rd and long for, closer to 3rd and 5. They make the play call. Nope, they're gonna call it wraps with 9-8 seconds left. 41-6 to score. 3, 2, 1, and that is it. Triple zeros on the clock. The first win in the post-Travis Roy Max Myler era in the first attempt. 41-6, the final score. Clint Murray with a beautiful game in his first start on the varsity level, coming off a broken collarbone from last year. Coach Ryan Kleppe, first year, first game after being an assistant coach, defensive coordinator, makes a big statement here, 41-6 in this Badger North, Badger South meeting. We're going to head to a quick hear from our